Hi, I'm Tom Kalmer. I'm Kungarakan and Iwija from the Northern Territory, but I'm also the National Coordinator for Tackling Indigenous Smoking. So this series of videos has got a little bit for everybody, be you a smoker or a non-smoker, in a way to live a long and healthy life. It's a very important resource because what we're trying to do is to be able to provide information that helps any person understand the benefits of not smoking and to recognise that we're not alone, that there is some support out there. And so we've got a lot of people who are either non-smokers or have given up smoking who really put themselves out to be champions, to be role models, to be able to encourage others to think about their life journey without cigarettes. So come on, join us to make Australia, to make Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander world a smoke-free world.
My name's Tricia Pearce. I'm a Arunta Yada woman from the Central Desert region, but been living on Noongar Whadjuk country for the past 6 years. Intervention, or brief intervention, as we sort of know it as today, is just having a conversation with a client. And they say it's less than 3 minutes, which is a good thing. So it's pretty much a snapshot of actually what they want to do and where they want to go for support.
My name is Jenon Batty. My family is Wutathi from up in far north Queensland, and I've got ties to Darwin as well. So brief interventions for us will happen anywhere in the community, particularly in our quick groups. We can do them as a group or individually. So we will ask them, are you a smoker? Are you a non-smoker? Have you quit smoking? So if someone answers with, I am a current smoker, we will ask them, have they ever thought about quitting smoking? If they want to quit now, we'll refer them into our clinics to get some NRT and let them know what support that we can offer them as well.
My name's Ken Leckleitner. I live in Alice Springs, the country of the Mbartawa people. We did this sort of experiment where we go up to a group of blokes that's smoking and say, hey, look, you guys, you know that we're tobacco workers. Have you guys sort of tried giving up smoking? And around that little circle, they said, look, yeah, I've tried many times and I've failed many times. But then what we do is turn that around and say, well, that's actually, quite a successful the outcome that you've actually tried. And then you've discovered each time you actually tried giving up and failed, what's your strength and what's your weakness.
Name's Terry Braun. A lot of communities west of Alice Springs is my mob. Central Australia has 7-8 different language groups because there's 7-8 different tribal groups around Arunta community. So with our men's group in Gins, there's blokes from 12, 13 different language groups that we have to talk to as a whole. What words do we use? How do we get that information out that the whole group can understand? We talk about tobacco smoking wasn't part of our culture. We talk about where it came from. We try and get them to see that smoking cigarette is not our culture and it's making us sick.
Usually with the TIS programs we set up stalls in the community, whether it be at a shopping centre, at a community event, in your local health clinic, pretty much anywhere. So someone comes up to the stall, looks at a brochure, that's your first caption there is, okay, do you want to have a yarn about your smoking? Are you a smoker or do you know of a smoker?
Currently we've got quick groups running in rehab settings. We find that we have a captive audience. They come in and they're happy to listen. They're happy to interact with us and share their stories. Quite often there are people in there who are current smokers and they want help to quit smoking.
So on a weekly basis, we're actually at a supermarket sort of kind of stalls and things like that. But also just recently, we discovered that actually having our stalls out in front of our medical service, we're targeting the actual very sort of kind of audience that we need to target because they're going to the clinic. With community events we have, it's just, open information, but also get volunteers to come and tell their story. Those are the stories that actually make real sense for people that are actually on this journey of wanting to give up, and they kind of think, well, if they could do it, I can do it. But then what are some of the obstacles? So in sharing some of the obstacles in regards to a smoker that's given up after so many years and sharing their stories about how they're feeling or how they felt and how things have changed, it's far more effective.
If it is actually like in a community event, you may not see that person again for a while. If they're looking at a specific thing on the table, then that's where you actually start asking the questions, what do you want to know more about? Are you interested in having a yarn about smoking? And majority of the time, they don't want to reflect it on themselves if they're the smoker. They'll say, I know someone who wants to have, thinking about smoking. So they won't actually come up front and say, I'm the smoker and I want to pursue some assistance.
Highlighting the health effects of smoking and just getting them to be aware. Sometimes you won't present with any illnesses or sickness straight away. It's something that might present a long time after. And the importance of continually going to get their health checks. Just think about not smoking and how being a non-smoker might benefit them. Even if they don't want to quit smoking yet, it's sometimes just about getting that thought process started.
First of all, do they want help? And if they do, who to go to, where to go to, where's that support? We remind the blokes that we're there to help them on the process, but we also support them along the way.
Quite often we get people, particularly younger people, who might have an auntie or uncle or someone that they care for, that they want to help to quit smoking, and they will come up and ask us, I need something for somebody that I know, and we usually ask them, what their smoking habits are, if they know, what their concern is for that family member or person. And depending on what they answer, we've got resources that we hand to them. And we also recommend for them to come in to the clinics so they can have a proper chat with the doctors.
We sort of get them to engage with us. We always use open-ended questions, not just a yes-no answer. We want to keep that conversation going. What they know about smoking, how tobacco affects the body, what support services are available, have they heard about nicotine replacement therapy? So just giving them an understanding of what is available out there in terms of wanting to quit or make a quit attempt. So really putting the ball back in their park, if you want to have a yarn, have a yarn.